Hi, welcome to another episode of Ms. Primosch's Art Cart. Today on the Art Cart we're going to cover blending with colored pencils and shading with regular pencils. So here we go. Okay, so I've got a partially colored picture of the grape here. So the grape's looking pretty sad like this. So let's take some colored pencils. We're going to use light green, dark green, and some yellow. Okay, so what you'll notice here is that it looks a little scribble scrabbly. So how do we not get that scribble scrabbly? Well, the way you get that scribble scrabble is just by coloring this way and then you color it that way, and that looks terrible. So you don't want to do that. You want to color in a circular motion. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm not applying that much pressure. It looks like I'm going back and forth, but I'm actually going in a circular motion. I'm staying within the contour lines of the drawing. Okay. Keeping that circular motion, that's how I keep the color looking even. Now, I want a little bit of a shadow over here by the side of his arms, so that's where I'm going to follow that contour, and I'm going to go a little bit darker there. See? A little bit darker. I'm going to do that with the fingers. A little bit darker with these fingers. Right? And then I can try to, by applying a little more pressure in this part and less pressure in that part, blend it out a little bit, smooth it out. Okay? Now, to give it a little bit of depth, I'm going to take the light green and I'm going to go over the whole thing. I'm actually going in sort of an oval circular motion. I know it looks like I'm going back and forth, but I'm actually going kind of ovally. Okay? And then to give it even more depth, we're going to take the yellow, and where I think the light would hit, I'm going to put some yellow over it, and I'm going to put a little yellow on the fingers. There's a little yellow there, and that's cool. Okay, so now let's look at one of Grape's horns. Let's use some orange. Well, that's actually red orange, some yellow, and some regular orange. So I'm going to very lightly, circular motion, color in Grape's horns. Okay, that looks fine. Now I'm going to take the darker orange, red orange, and I'm going to follow the contour. I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just following the line. I'm going a little bit darker, and then with those circular motions, I'm blending it in. See? Now with the yellow, I want to do the highlights, so I'm adding some yellow there. And with these colored pencils, I got a little bit of depth. Okay? Now we're going to look at a regular pencil and some circles. Okay, so I'm going to take this regular pencil and I'm going to just follow the contour of part of this circle. We covered this a little bit in spheres. Notice I'm going in that circular motion. I'm following the shape. I'm getting a little narrow at the edges, and I'm following the shape to give it a 3D look. Now I'm going to get a little bit darker here to give it a little more depth. Okay? And then smooth it out by doing the blending with that circular motion. Okay? So that gives it a little bit of like it's almost 3D-ish. But what if I don't want it to look 3D, but I want to shade it to distinguish it from others? Then you're going to follow that contour all the way around. Okay? So now it looks flat, but it still has a little bit of distinction from the others. Okay? Maybe I want this one to be really dark. Right? And then I'm going to add some more darkness around it. Now, what if I wanted to work with the negative space to make these blank ones stand out from one another? So I'm going to actually work on the contour of the negative space. Still using those circular lines, which kind of makes those circles stand out just a little bit more. Okay, and if your circles are looking sloppy like mine are, just go over them with slightly tighter circles. Okay. Okay, and there you go. So now we've got circles that look a little bit more like they're standing out from the page. We've got circles that look like they're a little bit 3D. We've got circles that look flat. We have all different kinds of circles. So you've actually learned how to blend using colored pencils as well as regular pencils. So keep practicing, and I will see you in class.